Good evening, everyone. So today I'm just want to talk to you about this fighter controversy which has erupted recently because of a very intimate scene between Hrithik Roshan and Deepika Padukone at the climax, right? And I would say it's not exactly an intimate scene; it's just basically two people kissing each other. So what has happened is an Indian Air Force pilot has actually gone ahead and slapped a lawsuit against the maker, saying that it has gone ahead and um, it's a very indignified thing to do. It has um, brought a slur to the Indian Air Force community, etc., etc., etc. You know, my take on the situation is, please grow up. This is a movie, okay? Please treat it as a movie. I think we haven't grown up at all. I think it's high time these kinds of ridiculous litigation is just thrown out of the window, and people are not brought to courts for such ridiculous reasons. Because if you go ahead and do something like that, then people are going to go ahead and stop making movies. You have no idea what Fighter has done to India. If I don't know about others, but what I can see is that I see a massive sea change wherein uh, people, this is how movies change a nation. I think a normal citizen or a young guy right now, after watching Fighter, will be provoked or will be pushed to actually go ahead and join the Indian Air Forces. He might have a second thought doing that rather than going for that cushy MBA job or something or the other, wherein he knows that okay, I'm safe, I have nothing to do, I'll lead a quiet, nice existence, life, etc. Fighter has exactly done that. This is an equivalent of what Top Gun did years ago for the American Air Force. If you all know about this story, I don't know, but I would just like to tell you, like, when Top Gun was released, the first Top Gun was released, you had drafting outside movie halls because young men used to leave the movie hall so energized that they wouldn't wanted to join the American Air Force. So we had booths. There were booths which were set up outside cinema halls wherein they were immediately drafted in so that they could actually try to appear for the selections and everything and try and join the American Air Force. And this is how the American Air Force got boosted during that time. So Top Gun did a world of good, at least for the American Air Force. They fighter pilots and everybody. They actually built a whole legacy based on that movie, and this is how it happened. And I'm not joking. You can probably look up history and see it. And in Top Gun also, if you see, there was a very very like I would say an intimate kissing scene between Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis, and which was not planned also. Let me just tell you a little bit of a story about that, and that is Tom Cruise in that scene where Kelly confronts him because he goes in his bike and she chases him, and then they meet, and um, there's this confrontation, and Tom Cruise was so taken aback by her face and everything that he forgot his lines. So when he forgot his lines, he didn't have anything to do, so he kissed her, and that became one of the most iconic scenes of Top Gun. Now, I'm not sure that any person there at that point of time from the American Air Force or anywhere, they slapped lawsuits against Top Gun and they said, what thrash you have made and all that. Instead, they used this movie's popularity to go ahead and enlist serious men into their Air Force to boost their forces. And this is what happened as a result of that. So instead of appreciating Fighter, which has done such an amazing, which to me is, I will still say it's a benchmark. I know many people may not agree with me, but to me it's a benchmark in when it comes to aerial combat movies overall also. Because I'll tell you, if you look at it, many people might have a lot of words to say, but think about one thing. If you look at Hollywood also, when it comes to aerial combat, there is no other movie you can talk about excepting Top Gun. That is a reference point. Can you even talk about another movie which has similar dogfights, which has similar human drama and everything, and you'll say, okay, wow, this movie was also great? There's only one movie, and that is the definitive movie over all the ages, and that is Top Gun. Nothing else. Top Gun 1 and Top Gun Maverick, and nothing else. In that area, in that arena, Fighter has made a name for itself. And why is it working so well in the overseas? Have you ever thought about it? Why is Fighter working so well globally? Fighter is working so well globally because for the first time, people are getting treated to an aerial combat movie which has so many different things to offer, which Top Gun did not offer. Top Gun did not offer these elements. Top Gun did not offer your a kind of a nemesis which had a face. Top Gun did not have any kind of a Top Gun. Just give me a minute. So Top Gun did not offer a two nemesis, wherein you had a face, where a kind of a definitive nemesis, an enemy which had a face on whom to with whom the fighter pilot was fighting. Top Gun did not, honestly speaking, if you're asking me, Top Gun is more about adrenaline and about Tom Cruise's relationship, Maverick's relationship with Goose, and the very fact that he still feels guilty about Goose's death and how he owes up to his son, and at the same time trying to balance his reckless with his age catching up. But that is what Top Gun is all about. But if you look at the areas which it has not explored, like patriotism, like the nemesis having a face, a lot of other things which no aerial combat movie has ever offered before, that is where Fighter has come in and done it. It's very easy to criticize a movie. There are a lot of like big hombres who say, "Oh, what rubbish! Yeah, it is just a kind of a Top Gun ripoff and all that." Please, listen. You have to watch the movie closely if you still think that it's just a Top Gun ripoff. There are a lot of things which are very different about this movie, and I think it is a movie which should be appreciated and a movie which should be used to enlist serious minded, good, competent men and women into the Indian Air Force rather than slamming the movie and taking it to court. Okay, that is not the way it is, and I think these kinds of frivolous litigation should be thrown out of the court. What is demeaning or what is humiliating if two people kiss at the climax of the movie? What are you trying to imply? What is so indignified about it? It's I had no I don't know what it is. I really didn't get it because honestly the movie moreover hinged upon what Hrithik did as an airman rather than that last sequence, which is more of a kind of a filler because it shows the journey of Patty. At the very end, you need to bring a closure to his journey. Okay, so that's the reason why he put it in, and it was, I would say, to a certain extent, a little bit of a nod or a homage to that famous kiss sequence in Top Gun. Maybe they could have done without it. Maybe they could have just done a kind of an old, Rajesh Khanna, Sharmila Tagore kind of a thing where they both just hug each other. But come on, yaar, think about the age we are in. Please, please grow up. Please grow up. Please don't slap such frivolous lawsuits because as it is, filmmakers here in India are scared to make movies. They don't know how much they can show, how much they can't show. It's they are automatically censoring the movie when they are making it because they want that movie to fit a certain bill so that it does not anger anybody, it does not infuriate anybody, it does not go ahead and enrage a fringe group. On top of that, if these kinds of lawsuits are or these kinds of litigations are filed, it just makes life tougher for them, and they will be scared. They will be more scared and say, "No, yeah, I will not going to make a movie. It's going to hamper my creativity and all that." So that's my take on what I felt. It is an absolutely ridiculous, ludicrous litigation, which should not be allowed. And I think the court should take serious cognizance of this issue and throw it out. They should take cognizance and they should say that these kinds of lawsuits should not be entertained because it just takes a lot of time and money and all these things. We're not sure whether this is politically motivated or not from some fringe group or something. We are not sure about that. But apart from that, if at all it is politically motivated, or something or the other, whatever it is, these kinds of lawsuits should not be entertained, because this is just going ahead and impacting a brilliant movie which everyone should watch, enjoy, and get moved, motivated to become better people, better human beings. That's what I felt about Fighter. And thanks. I hope you like this segment. Please take care. Bye.